That's so awesome.
Yo, yeah, I know, right? Nah, for sure. Yo, hello, and welcome. Check one, check two. We're back. We're back again like we never left, and we're never leaving. And this is episode 5 of the podcast that is currently untitled, working on it. It's like when you take a baby home from the hospital, you don't got to name it that day. You know what I mean? Like, he's already here. You know what I mean? You can figure all that shit out later. But anyway, I'm here, episode 5, with a very special guest, New Jersey's own, one of New Jersey's best, one of the best. Period. Beat maker, producer, extraordinaire, SP 555 guy, just all around good dude, and my friend and yours, the one and only Driveby. How you doing, brother?
Thank you. How you doing, Q? Man,
I'm doing
man,
pretty good.
it's a pleasure to be on this platform. I'm honored.
Thank you for that, man. It's a pleasure to even have this platform. I really only thought of this shit like a week ago.
That's fire.
But I was like, man, we got to do this, man. Like, I know too many dope producers, and like, it's cool to like know people, but it's like, man, everybody we know does have some good information and some good knowledge and wisdom, and we should be able to like tap into that, or at least share it in the way, like, each one teach one. You know what I mean? We gotta spread the knowledge.
Hell yeah, I definitely agree.
And you're a knowledgeable guy, and someone who knows what you're doing, especially with this beat making stuff. Um, what have you been? Have you been making beats lately? Did you make any beats today?
Today I didn't. Well, you could say technically you could say today I did. It was more like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's today.
So yeah, I've been making beats. I think the because I just got back on like a couple months ago, so I'm like back in the motions of just making a bunch of beats right now.
Word. You working on like any projects in particular, or you just like making stuff?
A little bit of both. So I'm making stuff because I need to build up the arsenal, and then two, I'm trying to wrap up some projects like one with me and Lifelong, one with me and Roper Williams,
Hell yeah.
one with Beans from Annie Pop,
Hell yeah.
and a couple more. I'm forgetting off the top of my head right now.
That's fire, man. I actually just hit Roper up like today or yesterday.
Nice.
Yep. And he was like, hell yeah. And I was like, bet. And I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate like the spot over there. Y'all have been very welcoming every time. Um, Now that's like a good spot. I was actually gonna ask, do you make beats at home? Like, or do you just wait till you get to the lab?
So I make beats when I can. So it's like sometimes I'll make them at work when it's dead.
Mm.
Um, Sometimes it'll be ideas, but most of the time I'm trying to make the beats at work. Then after work I'll go to the studio and make beats with Roper. One Shot Once will be there too. So like we'll be working on songs as well. And then when I get home, yeah, I try to force myself to make beats at home because home is kind of distracting sometimes. Like when you're home, like you just want to watch Hulu or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
that's why like we have the studio because it just eliminates a lot of distractions.
It sure
So
does, man. That's a good like think tank, like group working space up there. I see y'all get shit done up in there. That's a really really good spot.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's dope because we used to be in Jersey City and then we found this spot in Union City not too long ago, like maybe like 3 to 5 years ago.
Hell yeah, and it's like a good room. Like I feel like you get some good sound out of there. You got space for everything. Like, and it just seems like multiple people can be working on things kind of interdependently at the same time. And I didn't really know what to expect first time like going up there, but as soon as I walked in, I'm like, hell yeah! Like this is the type of room you need to be working in.
Yeah, because our first room was, it was a typical studio room. It was tight, it was small. I'm not saying we didn't get anything done there, and just saying that like that's why we moved to this spot because it was real spacious. We could have multiple workstations.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and then we ended up having a bar in there, which was hilarious because like our last studio didn't have a bar.
yeah. The bar is a nice touch, dude. The
Yeah.
Like the bar is a real nice touch. I like that. Yeah, I that's a good spot, man. And I've been meaning I gotta pull back up. That's a whole side note. This don't got nothing to do with the podcast, but I definitely gotta pull back up because we gotta make some beats.
Hell
Um,
yeah, man. You're more than welcome.
I really appreciate that. And I love your beats, obviously. And I also like I don't know, like just the way things are put together. And when I first saw you play a beat set, I think that was the first time I really like heard you specifically. And you were using the 555. And I've been meaning to
Hmm.
ask you since then. Do you make beats on the 555, or did you or are you just like playing it for the effect joint?
So I use this machine in like three different ways.
Mm,
So like when I first got it, I was using it to perform, and then I started getting into like using it as like an effects box, like just like running my beats through it and recording it into Ableton, like like sampling out of the interface back into to the machine and then back into interface into Ableton.
right.
So I was using it as an effects pedal, and then when I think when I started like working with Lungs for the first time, he was telling me to make beats on here,
Mm,
and I started doing that. I don't do it as often, but every once in a while, like like I'm a gadget man just like yourself, so like I get
right.
bored with making beats on one particular device.
Yeah.
So like I'll always come back to the 555 and go, yo, let me make some beats on here real quick. I haven't done it in a while. Then when I'm tired with that, I'll go on the MPC one. And then when I'm tired with that, I go on Ableton. And then when I'm tired with that,
See.
I go into the other machines.
Yep. You just like me.
Yeah, exactly. You go on different machines and then you circle back to like the it's just like a big loop of just machines.
Yeah, and it jogs your brain. I mean, for me at least, it definitely helps with beat block. Like if I'm sitting there if I just sat there and made 10 beats in Ableton, I might think I'm burnt out on making beats, but really I'm just a little burnt out on Ableton. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah.
I'll just
There's
404
some
beat.
people that can do it, man.
Yeah,
Like Roper, he's a machine. Like he'll make like 100 beats on Ableton like
I seen
in, in,
it.
in like a month or like 3 weeks or something. Like he's a machine.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to Small Pro, a Small Professor, previous episode, and he's been FL and Adobe like combo back and forth like this whole time. I'm like, what? He said he had an MPC and he sold it back in a week.
Oh damn.
He bought it and then sold it back a week later. He's like, nah, I'm just using FL version 9 or version 8, I believe he said he uses to this day.
Oh, that's funny as hell. Yeah, there's some producers that do that, man.
To
Like
this day, bro, he locked
they
in with
won't
that shit. I
they
tried
won't
to
update.
Yeah, I tried to put him on the SP shit, and we fucked around with the SP, but he's like, all right, for sure. I'm like, yo, you can borrow this joint if you want. He like, I'll get back to you. I'm like, yo, some people are locked into one workflow, and there's no wrong answer. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know a homie that's still rocking Ableton 9.
Fire, and I'm glad you mentioned Lungs too, because I have a 555 sitting right here, and he's a big reason why I got that joint too. I'll let him explain that because he's also going to be on the show very soon. But
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
it's cool that you mentioned that. Um,
Yeah, man. Lungs is the homie, man. Big ups to him and Feed and the whole Chase group. Yeah,
Y'all got
man.
a crazy crew up there just in general, man. Everybody's just so locked in with each other. Like it's a really good, group of working people and like minds, like making some very cool art. I appreciate all y'all.
Hell yeah, man. We
Uh
appreciate you too, Q.
man, I appreciate the appreciation. Um so you've used the SPs, and so do you mostly make beats in Ableton now?
Right now, I've been rocking with the one, the
Oh hell
MPC
yeah.
one. So like, Ableton's my main DAW. So like, anytime I gotta like, that's one of the reasons why I like the MPC one. So like, it's like if you want to stem your beat out, you don't necessarily have to like do the stems. You can just make an Ableton file out of it,
Uh
and that and then you just take that file, put it on the computer, and you continue your work from there.
I never even considered that.
Yeah, dude, the new that's why I'm so happy that Akai is still in the game with the NPCs because they really made them like relevant today.
Yeah,
Like so like if you're like I got the one because I miss playing with pads, to
right.
be honest.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, have you seen the new NPC, like the 3 joint?
Oh my God, it's so expensive. It's
Yeah, how
like
much is it?
17 or like 1800, something like
I'm not
that.
gonna lie, that doesn't really sound way too crazy for what it is and for what it does.
That is
Um,
true. They did. throw a lot of tech into it, so I can't complain too much. You're right.
The new rolling drum machine though, for I think they want like like 1,000 for that joint, or like I don't know, some crazy number. But I just don't look at gear anymore. Anytime I see some
Yeah,
cool
it's
shit,
so tempting.
I look around my room and I'm like, let me use some of this shit that I already have.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can fall into that rabbit hole of just gear buying.
And I just can't afford the rabbit hole anymore. I already spent all the bread on gear, and now I just got to use it. Now I got to get shit fixed. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
feel
I'm
that.
I'm learning that too. I was so it's interesting that you use so many things because you have a pretty signature sound and like a unique one. Um, and I would say
Thank you.
that something that kind of characterizes that a lot is some of that grit and that noise. So I find it interesting that you're able to get that across different like devices and DAWs and stuff. Where do you get some of that grit and some of that noise from? Like even if like across beat making devices.
Um, so it's interesting aspect. So I feel like um most of the times when I'm looking for gear, I'm like besides like when it comes to beat making, I'm never really looking for something like, oh, this can make my sound like cleaner or like pretty or whatever. It's just like my whole motto with beat making is like I forgot where I was inspired from it or heard it, but I like to mess it up as much as possible until something beautiful comes out.
Deep.
So
That's real.
I'll throw it through like mad different machines, like Frankenstein, and like just rip it apart, go down crazy pitches, like that's why I like the 555 so much. It sounds so gritty and like raw,
Yeah.
and like there's like so many like effects on here that are not on the newer SPs, which is why I still rock with this one.
Yeah, there's effects
So
that aren't even on the older joints. There's like specific to the 555 effects. It's got mad effects on here.
yeah, it does, and it's like I don't know. I really I wish they made a Mark II of this one. Like don't make it pretty. Just keep it like still rough and raw.
But you know they will
Like
never
just
do that. If you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta appreciate that one for what it is because basically their idea of the Mark II of that is the new 404. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
And I love the new
But like
404. Do you have a Mark II like a 404?
no, I was gonna get it, and I was just like I don't know, man. I like because like my thing is I use the D beam a lot on the
Yeah.
555. So like um that's one of the biggest factors why I'm not getting the 404. But the other big factor is like my 555 is still good, so it's like I don't necessarily like have to get it. I want it. I
Right.
definitely want it. It's a really beautiful machine.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if I get it, the 555 is just gonna go on the shelf, and I'm not even gonna use it anymore.
Oh
Probably.
man. That's so real of you because that's truth be told, there's some degree of that happens. When I'm just getting hella shit, but it's good to work with the older stuff. And the previous episode I had with Hooks Arthur, he was talking about something similar, like still keeping the OG 404 and the 303 in rotation.
Yeah, because the 303, I wish I had a 303 because of that like lo-fi compressor and like
You could borrow mine, man.
oh I appreciate it.
Real shit,
What? I'll pull up to your crib and we'll just make beats and run it through that thing.
bro. You already know, bro. Doors open. You are absolutely welcome.
Yeah.
Um, and it's cool that
Like
what you said.
no, go ahead,
I
continue.
was gonna say it's cool that you said you take something gritty and make something beautiful out of it because I just listened to Let Me Out and then I listened to Carful like back to back, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, like damn, like to anybody. And by the way, obviously, wonderful, excellent records, and all your stuff is
Thank you.
great. But those records are almost kindred spirits. They're like the exact opposite thing. It's very interesting that you're able to do that, and you see some of the beauty in like the ugly stuff, and then vice versa. Do you like prefer making like the scary, evil, insane shit, or like do you prefer making like the carful type beats, or does it matter?
Um, it really depends on like I guess my mood or my attitude at the moment. But all right, when I go into making beats, most of the times I'm trying to go in and trying to make something experimental.
Right.
It also depends on like the samples I'm working with, or like the instruments, and like, or like even like the direction I'm going in.
Mm.
Like, so it's tough. It's like it's either sometimes it comes out really like lighthearted and beautiful, or it comes out like really crazy and wild. So it's like so one of the things I normally do, I guess you can say, is like, yeah, I'll go straight. I'll preferably go towards like the gritty side, because one of the first things I normally do when I'm like making beats is I pitch it down low, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I go really low.
Yeah.
Like I'll go to like the depths of like 22, 24. Like,
Unheard of.
yeah,
That's
so like I'll
crazy.
start from there, and then like if I'm like, ah, it's not working here, let's bring it back up a bit.
Maybe like 19, 18.
Yeah, and then
And
like I'm like, ah, like the lowest I've ever gone, like when it comes to pitching, like I I mean, not the lowest, I guess like the minimal, like the like I'll go as like -4, -8. That's why I feel comfortable. Like
right.
we're like I'm like, if we can't go any further down, I'll be like, all right, let's stay at -8 or -4.
That's crazy, man. Because some people, with all due respect, because some people can make it sound good, but a lot of people, like, I'll hear certain beats and then I'll hear the sample later. I'll be like, you didn't pitch this at all? Like, sure, granted, the source material is very nice, but like, you didn't pitch this shit at all. And then to hear you say that you pitch things -20 is really funny. And it's very funny that you work with Roper so much because, as you've told me before, you pitch stuff way down and he pitches stuff up. Like,
Oh, yeah, he goes opposite. Sometimes he goes like +12 or +8. Yeah, like he goes up. Like it's funny that you said that. Yeah.
that's mad funny, dude. It's really funny. And then y'all work together on stuff. And then that was Armored Mewtwo was both of y'all, or am I getting my notes wrong?
Yeah, no, yeah. Armor Mutual has no friends. That was our second beat tape. Coming back from like a
Mm.
long break of making because our first beat tape was Captain's Log,
Word.
and then I think we didn't make a beat tape for like maybe like 4 years together,
Wow.
and then we just came back into Armored Mewtwo.
Yeah, man. I You were giving me some very good advice last time I spoke with you on the phone. I remembered you telling me about that process, like sticking out a lot. Um, and with I don't want to tell the podcast your sauce about this shit, but would you mind like going in a little bit about like that process and how that came about with y'all two and with Sharif?
So I can tell you a story how the whole project came to be. Me and Roper were we were making beats for this one particular artist. Um, at one point, like, long story short, it just never happened because the homie that we were working with, or I was working with, gave me the wrong email connect, and like he was pretty much playing games.
Damn.
So other than that, me and Rover was like, all right, let's turn this into a beat tape. We started turning it into a beat tape, and then I remember um Sharif's so persistent. I love that man. He's super persistent. So it's like he kept hitting us up like for like a month straight to get on this one beat on the beat tape. I think
Yeah.
it's Status Check, the
Yeah.
first song. And I was like, all right, fine, bro. Like, and you know what's crazy? In the process of when he was bothering, like, not bothering, like hitting us up like
Yeah.
that whole month, it was another beat too at the same time that was on Let Me Out.
Oh, word. Oh, man. So they
Yeah,
were being
so
made
so
around the same
so it was
time?
two beats he was hitting us up for two
Whoa.
for like a month.
Interesting.
So one of them was for like the for one of my beats that was on it's on Let Me Out. It's actually Art Show Cult Visit. And I
Word.
and I and I told him like you have to write your most messed up verse for that if you want the beat.
That's fire,
And he
man.
and he, and he went crazy on that. Like he did his thing.
That whole
But
album is fucking ridiculous.
thank you. But then like the other one, he just kept doing the same thing too, and I was like, all right, fine. Like I finally like gave in, and the beauty of it was like he was just supposed to rap on that one song. And when he came to the studio to record, he did that one song and he was like, yo, just let it play because I had the because me and Roper, what we do is we line up the whole beat tapes together on like one Ableton program,
Mm-hmm.
project file,
Right.
and just to like let it play out so we could hear it, so we could add like other like little sparkles and like effects and stuff like that,
Sure.
like edits pretty much. So I had Sharif just record on that project file, and he was like, "Yo, just let it rock. I'm just gonna keep rapping over just random beats on the tape." And I thought he was just gonna freestyle, but it seemed like he had it like what's the word, like concocted already. Like he
Right.
already had it like set up. So he just rapped on like those other beats, and like I was like, "Yo, to be honest, like this shit sounds hard." Like me and Roper were like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is dope. Like we're gonna like Sharif's the feature artist. Like we're gonna just keep it like this." We had him like in like different like parts of the tape, and the one thing we came about it was like the mixing part.
Yeah.
So so this is when I just started getting into mixing, and I remember like when I first started doing like his mixing, I'd made it sound nice and like clean on like the first song, and then like I forgot who came up with the idea. It might have been Roper, but we thought of like an idea of just keep like distorting the vocals little by little, like further down you get to the like through the project to sound like we were throwing Sharif further into space.
That is real. That's really crazy.
Yeah, so like I forgot how the idea came up. I don't know if it was like a mixing error I did or I just remember like we just me and him like were there and we were just like, yo, that's dope. Yeah, let's keep pushing him further out. Like let's keep like distorting his vocals more and more throughout the project. So it just sounds like by the end of the project, like he's just out in deep space floating.
Man. And it does, dude. And it's really crazy. Like to it's important like to be able to set intention while recording and like while mixing, like to be present at every stage of the thing, because some people I feel like, all right, well, the beat's done being made, I guess it's done, and then they just put it out. Like, I feel like there's a really good lesson in that as far as like revisiting what's going on and re-listening and re-adding, like.
Yeah, exactly. Because well, me and Rover, we like to like not no shade to other beat tapes or anything like that. We
Sure.
just like to make the beat tape interesting. We like to write a story
Yeah.
within every beat tape. So like this one was like obviously like us throwing Sharif further into space, and it was the whole like Pokemon theme. Armored Mewtwo has no friends,
Right.
and we even did like promo videos for it where we were using like very like not normal Pokemon promo.
Right.
Like one of them we had was like the infamous Call of Duty Pokemon thing where the guy's like just shooting legendary
Oh
Pokemon
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And then the other one we did was like a GTA 5 mod of like Ash and Mewtwo in San Andreas or something like that.
That's fire.
Yeah, it was so we were just using very like weird like out of the ordinary like things to promote the tape. And it was a fun process, man. Like it was very fun. Like I had a lot of fun doing the videos for it. I had a lot of fun like doing the mixing, even just doing the beat process with Roper and like coming up with ideas with Roper. It was dope because me and Roper are big Pokemon fans. So
Word.
it's like it like I remember I told him I think when we were done or maybe a year later after the project, I was like, "Yo, thank you for doing this with me because I don't think anybody else would have done this with me."
Right.
Like done something like that we both enjoyed like so that's how Captain's Log came about too. Like when we did our first B tape, he knew I was a big Star Trek nerd,
Mm-hmm.
and he's low key a sci-fi nerd too. So like, um, I remember when I first showed him the animated series, like the old '60s or '70s one,
Yeah.
and this was like back in the day, like on Netflix, and he was like, "Yo, you better record this now, bro. You don't know when they're gonna take this shit down. Like,
That's
and
a
like
very good
we
point.
gotta do this project now."
And now look.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix anymore, which is hilarious because like he was right. But
Right.
that like I do appreciate Roper a lot when it comes to like when we want to do nerdy tapes. But like do it in a cool way, do it in in a way that's
Oh shit.
not like have the viewers like just engage, not just be like, oh, this is dope B, this is dope B. Like, oh no, this is telling a story. This is fire.
Right. And then,
So like,
I remember you
go ahead.
telling me that thing about the mix, and I was like, has anybody ever caught on to that? And you were like, nobody ever like specifically mentioned it. And I'm like, that's cool because whether or not somebody consciously picks up on the fact that there's a story going on, like audibly, you're being led on an adventure, whether you know it or not, you know?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like it's fun. Like it's like I think like dude like I don't to be honest, man, I don't think any person would have taken this challenge with me with these like nerdy concepts.
Word.
Yeah,
Man.
so it's like so I'm very grateful to have Roper in my life. So like it's fun like because we talk about nerd stuff all the time.
Yeah. And that's nice, man. And, it's good to be able to do that, especially with people who are like actually dope. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like I share interests in other fields that don't got nothing to do with music with people, and that's nice too. But when those two things can actually overlap, like now we're winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's how like me and Wavy stayed. Like that's how one of the things that me and Wavy bonded over so much because Wavy's another Pokemon fan.
Hell yeah, he
So
got
like,
Pokemon bars on that shit for days.
yeah, exactly. So like that's how like me and him connected so well. Like a Carful was another fun project. Like shout out to Wavy for that.
Shout
Like
out to
he
Wavy
made
Bagels.
he made that project very fun.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah.
We appreciate Wavy. We appreciate Tay's grip. It's like a lot of like I said, man. I can't stress enough. There's a lot of dope shit going on. I tell people every day we're in like a modern day renaissance musically in this underground hip hop space that we share here.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like if you're paying attention, you'll see this type of shit. And I had to also mention, I love Carful. I love 6 Wheel Drive. Shout out One Shot Once. Like all of these
Yes.
things have such like production wise, when you hear it, you're just like, damn, like you're transported somewhere. But then, like I said this morning, I was listening to Let Me Out, and I think I got to like, what was it, Butterfly Broken Wings, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is like production wise? Like, a lot of times like we make beats and shit. You could hear a beat and be like, I kind of know how this was constructed. You know what I mean? There are some
Yeah.
things on that album that I don't know what the fuck you were doing at all. It sounds like you were just throwing shit around in a room. You know what I mean? Was that made
Yeah.
on Ableton or like what was how did you make them beats?
So some of those beats were made on the. So I used to have a 404 SX,
Okay.
and I remember like Lungs had given me that one like a long time ago, and then I loaned it to another friend too that that was in the music scene too.
Mm.
But some of those were made. There was two that were made on the 404, and then some of those other ones were made on the 555, and then like the rest after that were like on Ableton, and that whole album was run through the SP as well.
Damn,
So
so those are SP beats
yeah, some of those are SP and some of those are like Ableton beats.
and not the new SP for just to clarify. That's like
No, yeah,
SX.
so it was like two were on the 404 SX and then the rest were 555 and
Man,
then the other ones were like Ableton.
that blows my mind to hear. I don't know why. I mean, because as we know, you can do anything on anything if you so choose and you know how to use the equipment. But for whatever reason, I just assumed that those were like DAW beats. I don't know why.
Yeah, so even if I make it on the DAW, dude, I still run it through the SP
That's
just to
important.
get I think I was telling you last time I always have an SP version of the beat and an Ableton version of the beat.
That's a jewel. That's very smart.
Yeah. So after I'm sometimes when I'm on Ableton, I'll make it. I'm like, all right, let me do the SP mix. I'll just sample it out of the interface from like outputs 3 and 4, going into the SP, and then right back into the interface and like inputs 1 and 2. So it's just like a loop
Whoa.
going yeah. So it's cool because you still have your Ableton version and you still have your SP version, and you can just like really like pick where you want to put the effects and like what part of the beats and stuff like that. So
Interesting.
Yeah, so like Butterfly Broken Wing, that was definitely run through the SP 555.
I have never heard no shit like that. And the crazy thing about it, actually, from a listener perspective, from my perspective specifically, was that this was before the joint came out. I think Sharif showed me this at some point, or no, we was in the car with Chop, and he's like, he was just like kind of playing some shit, and I was like, yo, wait, what the fuck is that? And he like played it, and this is like before it came out, so I didn't even know there was like an album. I didn't know anything about this shit, and I
Oh, that's
just,
wild.
bro, I'm just in the whip, and my jaw was just on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because every time I hear anything, anytime I hear anything by Sharif, I'm like, what's going on? Like, you know, in a good way. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, he's always pushing boundaries, but that to me felt like the absolute craziest shit ever. I was like, I don't even know where you can go from here. But shout out to
He
Sharif.
still he still says today that like that's the best beat you ever made.
That's the best. I can't say it's the best beat you ever made because I don't know. I don't know, you know, respectfully, but that shit is super crazy.
Shout out to Reef, man. That's the god right there,
That is
bro.
the guy, man. And I wish he made beats so I could get him on the podcast. Eventually, I'll probably branch off into, you know,
We've been getting him into the studio. He's been messing with the synthesizers lately.
I told him for like one of the first few times I ever met him, like, bro, if at any point you want to borrow a 404, like, I want to bring a 404 to you and just see what you end up coming up with because
Yeah.
man, he just got an interesting mind, even down to his sample selection. I'm sure he would choose a weird thing to pull from. You know, he has a really good music knowledge and movie knowledge. You know,
Yeah. Oh man, forget about it. That's
I
me and
should.
Reef. We'll talk. We'll be on like we'll talk about movies for days.
Yeah, that's a good secret weapon, man. He probably be putting on the hella shit, man. I need Reef to send me a movie list to watch.
Yeah, dude. Like when I first started working with him, bro, we would because he used to sleep over my house a lot when I first started working with him,
Right.
and forget about it. We were watching Shutter, we were on HBO Max, like we were like watching a lot of stuff, like I think like one of the first ones like we really connected on was what was the movie? I think the first movie was Fresh,
Fresh.
and yeah, Fresh. I don't know if you've seen that.
I never seen anything, man. I'm not a movie. I'm not. I'm the opposite of a movie buff.
If you get a chance, watch Fresh. It's a good movie. That was like one of the first films me and him like started like watching, and then forget about it. TV shows, me and him watch like NYPD Blue sometimes,
NYPD
or like
Blue. That's
yeah,
a
like the one from the '90s, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
yeah. That's a throwback.
that yeah. Then sometimes we'll watch New York Undercover too.
A bunch of cop shows and shit. There's a bunch of cop 90s propaganda. I love that. I
Yeah,
was like,
because those are like the only good ones. Like the newer ones were just like, they're whack.
the
So
newer ones are
like,
definitely whack. The only the ultimate propaganda was always cops. But
yeah,
I hate, you know, it's fuck the police forever until I die, always, and we don't fuck with police around here. But that show, man, that show was crazy. Like you watch that shit, cause like you know the fucking cameraman jumping over the fence and like running through the woods. They got
yeah.
like a whole lighting
Oh,
crew like
you
sprinting after criminals. That shit
you
was
know it's another good cop show that he put me on to?
hmm.
The Shield.
The Shield. I feel like I see like my mom be watching a lot of shows like that, so I feel like every now and then I'll catch like sight of. I don't know if the Shield ever really came on, but is there like somebody famous in that John? That's not the
I
who's
think
this?
what's the? Let me see.
It's not Kiefer
The,
Sutherland. That's all. That's the only name I know. That's 24.
I, I forget the guy's name. Oh, Michael Chiklis. He played the Thing in one of like the first Fantastic Four movies.
I heard the new Fantastic Four was kind of decent.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Man, I'm not watching no movie, bro. People always be like, you gotta, you know, like, it's hard for me, man. I think I got the undiagnosed ADHD thing going on, and I think that's why I make beats. Um,
Yeah, I feel
you know,
you.
and speaking, I was thinking it was interesting to think about like sample sources. And are you like a vinyl purist, or do you be like YouTubing, or you be like,
Oh, so I do wherever I can sample, but mostly my I prefer doing vinyls. So I was gonna say too, the Butterfly Broken Wing, the second beat on that was me messing around with the turntable too.
cool? That's a
So
very
like
important element, yo, of beat making. All the best beats were made by DJs and shit with turntables. Like, it's a good
yeah,
point.
yeah. So what do you call it? Like I normally go digging with Roper. We sometimes
Oh shit, he's
don't
cut.
go down there. We'll go towards like New York mostly.
Okay.
But if I can't do vinyl, bro, sometimes I'll do YouTube. I'll go on like just various like pages to like grab like obscure like samples. Um, I do love like my if I have to pick like a genre that like I always go to first, it's film scores.
Yeah,
Like I love film scores. There's so much you can do with them.
absolutely. There's so much emotion already baked into the music.
Yeah, exactly. And then if I'm not going for that, I try to look for some German jazz or Brazilian music too.
I don't know how much German jazz I've really dove into.
It's tough to find it on vinyl, but like on
Mm,
the internet, it's not so hard. But like, I got a few on vinyl that like they're solid. Like the Germans know how to make some crazy jazz.
interesting. I know they got a lot of. I guess I never really tapped in when I was sampling some Jimmy Smith documentary, and he was a lot of it was him in Germany, and they were really fucking with it over there. So I mean, the whole world's tapped in.
Hell yeah, man!
It's
Like
all American black music, and everybody loves it, and it's getting money.
yeah, hell yeah.
People love that shit. Um, so yeah, let me see. I was kind of jumping around with the questions based on, but let me see here. Okay, this is a good one. Do you feel as though you have a project in your discography that might be like a turning point for you, or do you not? Like, do you think there's one, even either personally or as far as like reception that like really, really turned up, and got to another level?
Oh man. So yeah, it's a good question because I feel like there was three projects that did that for me.
Which ones?
It was so it was definitely last year's when it came to like six wheel drive
Hell yeah,
and like that started turning like heads with like when I like it was kind of like the introduction to me doing like more experimental projects and
yeah.
then a carful definitely did a lot like that one that was a very fun project because like the results we got for that were like outstanding like and the process was even awesome too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, shout out to Wavy for that because like that was a very fun like process to make a project like that. So, but the one that like was a super turning point for me had to be this year. Like, what Let Me Out with Sharif
Hell yeah.
because like that one just like yeah once we dropped it that one just blew up to be honest.
That shit was in Rolling Stone, man.
Yeah, yeah. I remember, dude. I cried when I saw that.
I shed a thug tear for y'all because that's so well deserved, man. Like that's so well deserved. Like that's what's up. That's the music that's on the cutting edge within the. You know what I mean? Like if Rolling Stone knows shit about music, then it's supposed to be in there.
Yeah, man. Like that was definitely I remember because before we got the Rolling Stones, we had gotten on Billboard as like introduction like just talking about the album. Like the album wasn't even out yet. And that even blew my mind too. I was like, what the hell?
Whoa.
Like I remember I went to my dad to to um like I was crying when I showed it to him. He's like, "What happened? Someone died?" And I was like, "Nah, we got on Billboard." He was like, "God damn it! I thought someone died." He was like, "Congratulations."
That's amazing, bro. Like that's crazy. That's what you do it for. I mean, like not really. It's not like the validation of, but that's major. Like it means something, man, for real.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was awesome. And then like when the Rolling Stones article came out, that was even crazier. I felt like I was in. It felt super surreal, man. Shout out to Andre G. He wrote like a really dope like article for that whole magazine.
Hell yeah.
So it was very surreal. I was like, God damn, man, like. And he wrote something beautiful on a production, bro. I was like he called them noxious beats or noxious production.
That's a
And I was
great
like,
word for it.
yeah, I was like, God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great word for it, man. That's a good call. and to
Yeah,
be able
yeah.
to bring Noxious production to the forefront. You know what I mean? Like there's people like, we've done beat shows together and shit. I'd be seeing people at some of these shows. I'm like, this is some of the craziest shit I ever heard. But then it doesn't really break through in that way onto something that, normal people just would see. And, Rolling Stone hits everybody. So, Billboard hits everybody. Like, that's stamped. People be like, you still doing that little music shit? Be like, have you read the latest Rolling Stone, you fucking idiot? You know what I mean? Because I'm in there. And
No,
then,
I feel you, bro. Like it was kind of like I was like, damn. I was like, it came like it like it got real. It got super real afterwards. I was like, wow, this isn't a, this is real. This is dope. Like,
that's a good stamp, man. It's a very good stamp.
yeah.
And there's more stamps to come. I'm sure Grammys are all that shit. Everybody about to get all the accolades, because I feel like people have been putting in work for a good grit. Like, how long have you been making beats for?
Whew, I started making beats when I was 14.
Damn.
My first program was Reasons uh 4. And I didn't take it serious until I was like 19 or 20.
Hmm.
That's actually when I started. It was when I met Roper when I was like 19 or 20, I think. Um, that's when because we went to the same college at one point, and I recognized, I was like, yo, because me and Roper were from the same hometown,
Hmm.
so like but we were like in different classes. So when I saw him in college, I was like, oh damn, I know this dude. Like he's from like my hometown. So like when we finally like connected, like when we found out we both do music, that's when like I started taking it very serious.
Word.
Because Roper's a very serious dude when it comes to music. So it's like not in a bad way, just like in like a way of
Nah,
like
like,
yo like
he
he
locked
takes
in.
it. What happened?
I said he's super locked in.
Very locked in. Like that's what I mean. Like he takes it like he doesn't look at it like this is a hobby, like or like this is just for fun. Like this is like like this is my livelihood. This is my job. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like so that's I would say that's when I started like looking at it more as like oh this is more than just an art. This is more than just a job. I'm not a hobby. I mean
Right.
so like so I started when I was 14. I took it serious when I was around like 20, and then uh, close to 20 years I've been making beats.
That's amazing, man. That's
Yeah,
super fire.
so it's been a while.
Yeah, man. And I mean, and you've learned, I imagine you've learned a lot across that time period because there's certain stuff that I hear that it just isn't normal. It doesn't sound like you've clearly like built up and just kind of figured out this system that you got and you've refined it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like um that's the thing too. Is like I've always been a fan of that kind of style of production.
Mm.
Like one of my favorite producers, LP. I got
Hell yeah.
introduced to him when I was 14. So like it's fantastic damage. You know what's crazy? Funny story. I got introduced to him through Fantastic Damage, but I always thought Fantastic Damage was a beat tape because the dude that put me onto it gave me the instrumental CD instead of the regular album CD.
Whoa.
So when I heard those beats, I was like, "This is nuts! This is wild! I can't believe this is instrumental." And then like fast forward a couple of years after that,
Couple
I think
years.
yeah, dude, like that because I only knew that as like an instrumental. Like
Damn.
I didn't know like it was an actual rap album.
That's fire.
And then when a couple years later, I was like, "What? There's a rap album." I heard, it, I was like, "Yo, this is wild." You got like Ill Bill on there, obviously LP, and like it's just that whole album's nuts. So that got me into like that world of like underground, like experimental hip hop. So like I branched out to like listen to people like Prefuse 73,
Hell yeah.
um, Knowledge, also another big inspiration of mine.
Hell yeah.
Uh, so like producers like that, like Swarvy or like Surf Roderick, like
Shout
all,
out to
all
Swarvy for real, yo.
yeah, yeah, for real.
I seen that fool do a beat set one time and I was like, holy shit. Like, it was the craziest shit I ever saw. Like, I need to hit him
Barbie's
up too. Man, thank
Barbie's
you,
nuts, man.
man. And he's a nice guy. You know, I met him. The last time I seen him was out front of the church, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, bro? I'm Q." He's like, "We met before." I'm like, "Oh man, like I'm too fried, bro." But you know, I be meeting people in like dark places, like shows and bars and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Most, and I'm like, just like I don't know. I'm a little fried. But we make do, you know. Shout out the homies. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of producers who are influenced by us, I might as well ask because I'm trying to ask everybody if I can remember to beat Mount Rushmore. No pressure, and fuck Mount Rushmore. And this is a land acknowledgement as well. And fuck whoever made Mount Rushmore. But in terms of like a four that you would put up there for your who you like and who influences your sound.
God damn, that's tough.
I know. That's why I got to ask the hard questions. It's all been softball up to this point, man. This is hard hitting journalism.
Oh man, definitely LP's up there.
Word.
Um, I gotta put Madlib.
Absolutely.
Madlib's up there too. Oh, the last two. This is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Oh man, because like my Godfathers before were always Dilla, Madlib, and Doom.
Of
So
course.
like, it's so like, oh, this is tough. This is very tough. So I got Madlib, I got LP. Um, God damn, this is tough. I gotta put this one up there because this is my lighthearted, metaphysical side of music. New Jabez.
Absolutely. Oh, wait a minute. Hell yeah, yo.
Because
Shout out to the legend.
yeah. So I gotta put Jabez up there. I gotta put New Jabez. He's definitely up there. So New Jabez, Madlib, LP, and oh boy, you got me on this one, Q.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, see, you thought it was gonna be all smooth and friendly, like, bro. No, we got to get down to the nitty grit. That's what this shit is all about.
Oh man, this is great.
You got to
This is
put a face
awesome.
up there.
Um, I'm trying to think of some of my favorite beat tapes ever.
So many to choose from, actually.
I know it's
Like when
ridiculous.
you
Too
really think
many.
about it, bro. You know, and that's the beauty
You
of it.
you know what? I'm gonna go with Doom.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go with Doom because um one, I connect with his beats a lot and also his raps too. But I have a very I don't know, I guess I'm very attached to it because like I love what he did with the Special Herbs collection.
Hell yeah.
Like I really do love it, like how he split them out like individually, and then like the last like box set is crazy because the last box set is awesome because like it it's technically a defect if you like pay attention to it, like because there'll be like one beat will have two different names
Right.
on the tape, or it'll be like vice versa or something like that. And then the cool thing is like Doom was so awesome with his merch that like that box set when you bought it, it was air sealed, like like vacuum sealed. And when you opened it, it smelled like blunt wraps. Like the whole outside me was made out of like some blunt wrap material, and I couldn't figure out what it was for like weeks, bro. Until my homie pulled out a blunt wrap when we were rolling up, and I was like, "God damn it, this is the Doom cover."
That's so crazy, man. Yeah, shout out to the super villain, man. It's mad funny you say that too because earlier today on Twitter, and I know I need to stop looking at the internet, but somebody said, somebody like was like, yeah, I don't know. Somebody basically alluding to thinking that Doom was overrated in terms of production, and like
Because I feel like it's because they say that the mixing was terrible, but I feel like that's the beauty of the beats.
I love those mixes. I don't even see. I'm telling on myself right now. Somebody's gonna hate on me so bad for this, but I don't give a fuck. Like I don't really know what bad mixing is because to me, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we know because your shit sounds as all right, whatever, fine." But to me, what somebody's finished product that they put out, that's how they wanted it to sound. It's
Exactly.
like a painting. There is no good mix or no like that's bullshit to me. I don't know.
I agree with that.
Like some shit sounds like straight ass, and it's like my favorite shit ever. And some shit sounds really
'Cause
good, and it's.
no, I definitely agree with you. So like I know what you're saying. Some people kind of like throw shade on like his production, but it's like I don't know, dude. If it wasn't for Doom, like besides like his rap sounding awesome and crazy and like very witty and goofy sometimes, his production like nobody had drums like that at that time.
Yeah, and
Like
he
no
it was like,
nobody was doing crazy drum patterns like that.
and his shit sounded good. Like end of the day, like I feel like some people really want it to be like, flips and bells and whistles and all kinds of extra shit. It's like he kept it very simple and also very like it shit still hit hard and it's super memorable. And that's the whole point of the
Yes,
loop. You know what I mean? Like every Doom beat is like stuck in my head all the time.
of course. Like dude, like when I used to have the iPad Nano, I used to have it just on loop and like play it on like my speakers to go to sleep to sometimes.
And you know
So
what?
like
Like I
so
feel
like
like
it used to just be a beautiful thing to dream to be honest.
absolutely, man. It's good beats. It's good instrumental music. And the last joint that he produced fully was King Ghidra. Like
Oh, don't even get me started on that tape. That tape is beautiful, man.
it grew on me over the year. But first time I ever heard it, I was like, nah, I need to hear, the other joint, where he's rapping the whole time, and I didn't really realize like how important and how great that album is.
That album was beautiful, man. That's another one where he did really cool merch on. He
Mm-hmm.
when you open up the pamphlet, like the album cover, the booklet, most of them could turn into like a poster, right?
Right.
You open that shit up, you could it's literally King Ghidorah and like the little army like figures, and you could cut them out and make like a little like army like stand thing, like just like a battlefield.
I wonder if anybody's ever done that because I got that shit at the crib and ain't no way I'm bucking. I'm like,
I'm not doing that either.
I'm
That's what
not
I'm
doing
saying.
it.
But it's just cool that he gave that option to us.
Yeah, yeah. He was a real villain, man. Like a real. This shit was always fun. R.I.P. to the legend.
Yes, RP to do, man.
And the other question that I try to ask everyone, and I think this is the last one, before we do like the shout outs and and the pieces and all that good stuff. I'm trying to figure out if people have any like maybe lesser known or things that took you longer to figure out type of techniques in your DAW or your device of choice. So like any stock Ableton plug-in gems. I know Sudoku just hit me with one and I've been using it ever since. Or like any SP techniques or like anything like that you're like, man, you know what? I wish I knew that sooner.
Um, hmm, that's a good one. Nice little tip. Nice little tip. What's a good one? One of my favorites that I use. It's a master plugin.
Mm.
I think it's called Beatbox on Ableton.
I'm looking at
I think it's
Ableton right
called
now.
Drum Beatbox. So like, if you if you it's technically a master plugin,
Mm.
but if you throw that on your master track on Ableton and and depending on how you tweak it and stuff like that, you can make your beat like really dump and sound really gritty at the same time.
Word. Wait, that's
So
stock.
and
That's
wait, say that again.
that's it. A stock Ableton joint.
That's a stock Ableton joint. Let me find the name of it real quick. And shout out to Benji Socrates.
Shout out to Benji, man. Benji was
Because
the episode 2 on here, bro.
yeah, because Benji put me onto that plugin. Like, because I like before like I would before I would just use like regular like like master plugins on there like stock ones or just do like like the regular EQs and limiters and stuff like that. Simple stuff that normal people would do.
Right.
And then and Benji put me onto this, and it was like, hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick.
Man, shout out to Benji, dog. That's the guy. Shout out to
Yes,
Wolfie.
so it's called Drums Boombox.
Drums Boombox in the in Audio
It's
Effect Rack mixing and mastering.
yes, it's under Audio Effect Rack. It's called Drum. There's one called Master Big Boom, and there's one called Drums Boombox.
I don't see that
I
joint.
usually use the drums one.
Well, for the listener, perhaps you have it and I do not because I don't see that joint. But I will keep an eye out for it. You said it's called hold up.
Drums
I'm
Boombox.
gonna search for it. Command F. Oh, I got boombox drums, but yes.
That's I think that's such a thing. It should bring up like a EQ, a compressor, and a saturator, like inside like the plugin itself.
See, I'm stupid as hell. I almost opened it in this session where we're talking to each other, and it probably would have blew the whole shit. But that is very good to know. So yeah, write that down, listener. Once again, we're coming from a place of like information. We trying to we trying to have fun with it, but like I wanted to do this
Hell yeah,
because I know a lot of people who know a lot of things, and I want one place where maybe you might want to know some of those things, or maybe you just enjoy conversations about this type of shit. So I know I do.
hell yeah, man. Me too. I'll talk about gear and all this stuff for days.
That's what's mad funny. Everybody I hit up so far that has responded to me has been like, "Hell yeah, bro! I'll sit around and talk about making beats. Like that's what I do." You know. That's-
Yeah.
and sometimes, like it's like I said, telling you earlier, I just feel like sometimes I want to hear my favorite beat maker talk about how he made a beat or how they make beats or what have you.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. It's interesting just to like get into the minds of some of these people. I agree with you, man. Like I would love to have a conversation with LP, but like, yo, what's good, man? How'd you make TOJ off Fantastic Damage?
Man, yo, God willing, inshallah, bro. We blow up with this podcast, right? You know what I mean? We get number
Yeah,
one. We
hell
beat
yeah.
Joe Rogan. We
Inshallah.
beat Joe Budden. We beat all the Joes. We get to number one, and we fucking we call LP. And when that happens, I'll bring you on. Shout out to all the Joes. I was just kidding. This is gonna affect my career in this shit. I'm trying to be a real journalist. But yeah, I think that was all the questions that I had. The very last one I always like to leave with is there anybody that you are working with or that you know of or that you want to shout out or you want to just say their name on the thing just so that it's like a special thanks and shout outs on like a record type of shit. You know what I mean? Anybody
Hell
want to
yeah.
show some love to?
Um, I definitely want to show some love to QNO Rap Name
My
for
guy.
doing this platform and having me on here. Want to shout out to One Shot Ones, Roper Williams, Fatboy Sharif, the whole Strangers crew,
Hell yeah.
Bogavelli, Kohai, 89 Brainchild, all of Tay's Grip, and yeah, just everybody in the scene, man. I know I'm forgetting some heads, but everyone knows I got love for them.
That's a fact. Everyone does know that, and everyone should know that. That's the one thing I ain't never heard. Is like, yo, man, I got a problem with drive-by. I'll be like, what the fuck you mean? Like that man don't do nothing but mind his business and like take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like he a good dude, and we know we love having good people through the show. I really appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, bro, I'm so good at this shit, man. We damn near hit almost just about an hour. I'm trying to keep these Jones at about an hour. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, brother.
So thank you once again for stopping by. And yeah, until next time, signing out. QNO Rap Name, Drive By, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.